So good afternoon to everyone once again. So VR Technology comes with the two division, which is the industrial and training division, and coming to the product development overview and manpower. And another is from the training division, which is mostly we are depending on the proceeding with the manpower equipment in order to get successfully placed. Okay, next. According to the product development overview in our company, VR Technology. So these are our product which was recently developed in our company, which is the automotive milk vending machine, automotive oil vending, automotive coffee vending machine. Let me click with one of the link to show you and how far this product has been developed. I hope you can see this website, and also you can refer the website once after the seminar section has been completed. Okay, so you can see from here. So next process is coming to the details of the placement activity section. Actually, we are placing more than 10 between to 5 to more than 10 number of candidates each and every month. We have been following with the records, and from April to till September, we have placed more than 50 number of candidates so far. And this is just a partial list of the candidate, which is from coming out from the July. So you can take a look on it. And next, this is for August 2021. Okay. So coming to the point of this presentation, now our presenter, Ms. Pujari Droti from Precol. He's working as a software engineer in Precol Limited. Now let me introduce her. She completed her BTech in Electrical and Electronic Engineering in Andhra Pradesh University in the year 2017. And she has more than 3.5 years of experience in instrument planner cluster as a software engineer. And he has also has experience in vector tools like CanoE, Canalizer, and he has more than in the real-time application protocols, which defines in the automotive communication protocols like CAN, CAPLScript, and linear interconnection network and UDS. And he has a more than defect tracking system on real-time clock RTC. And he also worked in the flashing tools like diagnostic engineering tool. So, Ms. Pujari Dhoti, are you here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Ms. Pujari, I hope you're on the line.
She is on mute. She will be.
Yeah, sir, I can hear you.
Yeah. So it is over to you. Now you can start presenting your screen. Thank you. It's over to you now.
Yeah.
So I want to enable the host, right? I have already enabled you the host. You can start sharing your screen, please.
Hello, hi guys. Hi sir. Good afternoon, one and all. Can you able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Today we are going to discuss about SDLC testing. What is the difference between SDLC and SDLC, and how we are using SDLC in automotive domain, and what are the different models in SDLC, and what are the different types of SDLC, and this testing, how it is useful in automotive industry. Today we are going to discuss about this one. Can anyone please let me know what is testing? Yeah.
I hope everyone can hear, guys. You can please interact with each and every minute.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Pujari. Yeah, you can proceed.
Yeah. First of all, software testing. What is software means? It is a set of programs. In software is an application developed by specific customer or organization based on their customer requirement. So, for example, now I am considering in a system. In system, we have, it consists of n number of n number of software. In that software, it consists of n number of programs. In that depends upon the programming. Here we are testing. So, uh, uh, next coming to testing. Testing is the activity of validation. So in this process, we have execute the programming with the finding of the errors, bugs. So software testing, why we are doing software testing in industry means because we have to match the actual requirements to the expected results. That's why we are doing the software testing. So the main purpose of software testing is to detect the problems and to report the errors to the developers. So the main importance of software testing is it is useful for all business requirement. How it is useful means if any business requirement they want any application means so here we are doing the testing like different types of testing we are doing. So it is we are using for the functionalities are behaving to the expected or not. So for example, I am considering a instrumental panel cluster. You know, all of you know instrumental panel cluster, right?
Jerry, let me say you one thing. Actually, no one knows about this instrument planner cluster. Now they are only in the field of learning in the embedded system process. So you just gave them a short idea about the instrument planner clustering like that. Okay.
Yeah, I will show you that one. Wait a minute, I will show you. This is the instrumental panel cluster. In this, we are testing different types of features. Like here you are showing, right? This is the speed gauge. Here we are checking this is the instrumental panel cluster. In this panel cluster, backside some connectors will be there. Like if it is a 16-bit microcontroller means it is a 32-pin connector here. So here 2-pin connector diagrams will be available backside of this one. So bunch of wires will be there. In that one connection will be, if it is speed input means like it depends upon the requirement we are connecting here. We are arranging bench setup. This is the panel cluster. So here we are validating speed gauge from 0 to 280 kilometers. So after that, this is the RPM gauge. So RPM is nothing but the engine speed. Here it is taking like 0 to 8,000 RPM. Depends upon the vehicle speed, it will display. For this and all, we have to see means we have to arrange one environmental setup by using pin diagram and all and some CAN analyzer tools here we are using. So like this and all, by using this and all, we have to validating the instrumental panel cluster different features. In this, here I am showing speed gauge and RPM gauge. And here is the engine coolant temperature. Here you can see engine coolant temperature telltale. This is the indication. You can able to see, right?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Engine coolant temperature, it is start from C to H. So depends upon we have some DBC files will be there according to the customer requirement. So we have to enable that message, and here we have that messages and all we have to enable in CanoE tool. I will end of this section, I will show you that and all also. So here, once we have to enable, so here we are applying the input like C2H, right? They depends upon 20 degrees centigrade, 30 degrees centigrade. In SPM, here we have to give that and all. And here is the fuel indicator also here you can able to see, right? So it will start empty to full, and in between 1/4, this is the ranges. Once we have to fill the tank and all means here we can see this and all. So here, this is the dashboard. Here it will show once we have to give the proper connections and all means here we can see how the telltale is working. Once we have to enable speed indicator means it will show just we have to in bike and all we have to accelerator means speed will indicate, right? Like that and all we have to see in real time. This one you can understand, right? Why you have to do testing and all. Because the main purpose of testing is to meet the actual requirements, actual results to expected results, to satisfy the customer requirement.
Just a minute, Pujari. So more earlier. So just to give you an overview about what these instrument clusters, most of you would have seen this cluster in your cars or bike. Okay, nothing but information about your fuel tank and the speed and the RPMs and all those information is displayed there. But it does a lot of other things. It keeps a lot of track of your things, like for example, how many kilometers you are running, how long the trip data is there. Like if you are filling up the petrol and if you are switching on the trip, then there are some information that needs to be stored. Okay, all these data are coming in CAN, controller area network. So that is very important to note. So when the important for a testing team is like once the coding team is starting the team, I mean the coding, the testing team should start the testing code also. Because in that case, most of the times it will be like they will have a lot of challenges, like they will not have the right tools, they will not have the right instruments, hardware there. Yet that's the reason we are combining this with the software development life cycle. Okay, SDLC. Okay, so she will be talking. Pujari will be talking about all these things. So basically, the testing is like the testing team or DMV team is the first customer for any organization. When I'm doing a product, I'm normally the testing team will be the first customer who uses the product. Okay, so they need to understand the complete functionality, all these things. For example, there will be an example. Most of these cars they came up like, okay, when you start the car and when you in 60 meter, I mean, in 60 seconds, you can reach 100 kilometers. In RDM, high-end cars, they give some kind of these kind of things. So once the 60 kilometers, I mean, 100 kilometers reach in 60 seconds, these requirements also comes to the instrument cluster, not only to the not only the mechanical part. So all these things will come as a requirement spec for the team for the development. Okay, so that's where it's very important for you to understand your requirement and test it accordingly so that the product is fulfilled. That's what the overall testing methodology and things like that. So over to you, Pujari.
Shall I start, sir?
Yeah.
Next is software development life cycle. Yeah, this is the software development life cycle. In this, it comes under verification and validation. This is the development life cycle. This is the testing life cycle. In this, first, how we have to get the requirement, how we have to develop that code and all means first we have to get the requirement. So once we have to get the requirement, then business requirement, they are converting into the system requirement. In that system requirement, developer, they have to understand, right? That's why they are converting into the high level design. In this high level design, it is in the form of architecture model. They are converting from main module to sub module. They are converting for easily understanding the coding and all. So after that, they are then here low level design means developer will write the code. Here low level design, it comes from the unit testing. Here unit testing, these are the SDL. This comes under SDLC. This comes under SDLC. This is the verification process. SDLC comes under verification process, and SDLC comes under validation process. So low level design is there, right? That is the unit testing. First of all, what is unit testing? Why we have to do this type of testing means, again, in this so many types is there, 4 types is there: unit testing, component testing, system testing, and acceptance testing. First level of testing is the unit testing. For example, now in unit testing, I am taking for infotainment is there, right? Infotainment is nothing but the in cars and all, we have to listening the songs and all, right? So in that we have to do and all means 5 will be there, like USB, Bluetooth, CarPlay, navigation, and Android Auto. So in this 5 application, different application will be there. Like first is the USB. In that USB, there is a separate team will be there. In that, in this unit testing means developer, they are main focusing on the branch and loop statement coverage. Depends upon that one, they are writing the code. Like if it is if else conditions they are using. If it is according to the customer requirement, it will be matches or not. Here they have to develop the code. So first they are taking the USB. There are 5 applications I told you, right? First they are taking the USB. In this USB, they are testing, and they have developing the code in different ways. So by using that statement to code coverage and all, this is the unit testing is developed by the developer itself, and it is the first level of testing. Why unit testing here we are doing means to perform the, it is a source code, it working properly or not. That's why here we are doing the unit testing. Next, it comes from the component testing. Component testing is nothing but the separate applications I told. USB, Bluetooth, CarPlay, navigation, and Android Auto. These are the applications. For example, I am telling. In this, all modules will be there, right? This is a one team. All modules will combine and tested as a group. In this, only one, like unit testing means USB, they are tested separately. They have developed the code separately, and CarPlay, navigation, and Android Auto. But in component testing, not like that. All modules will combine and tested as a group. That is the component testing. So unit testing
Pujari,
and component testing. Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting. And I request you all guys, request you all the candidate, the meeting gonna ends within 4 minutes. So after it ends automatic now, request you all join again in the Zoom meeting. I hope you all understand. Thank you. Yeah, you can continue, Pujari.
Yeah. Unit testing and component testing. This is the this handle comes from SDLC process only, low level and high level design. Here you can see the arrow marks. High level design means component testing. This unit testing and component is the black box testing. Black box testing is nothing but the developer will know the code coverage, what is the logic and all. He is well known to the testing. That is known as the black box testing. Next, coming to, I will show you that one. Here I will explain unit testing and integration testing. Next, coming to system testing. In this unit, component testing types will be there. top to bottom and bottom to down. And top to bottom is nothing but for example, I am considering parent to child to top to bottom, right? First, parent to child, here we are testing. Then after that, second one will be the down to bottom, child to parent. That one here we are testing. Next, here I will show you that flow diagram. Yeah, here you can see if it is software development cycle under comes this and all. I told you, right, black box testing. This is the development life cycle only. In this, first is the static testing and dynamic testing. Unit testing and component testing, I told you, right? This is the static testing in black box testing. Sorry, in white box testing. So it is code, statement, branch coverage. This and all, by using this and all, we have to develop the code here. So this is the black box testing. In this black box testing, they are mentioned here only. White box testing means both it will come, unit testing and integration testing. And black box testing means it is the system testing and user acceptance testing. So again, system testing means, what is the system testing means? Again, it will come to two types. One is the functional and is the non-functional. Functional is nothing but whatever the requirements we have to do according to that one only. We are not going for opposite to functional requirement. That is the functional requirement. For example, here I am considering the Bluetooth pairing. In Bluetooth pairing, if you have to connect means 66 means in 60s, if you are entering into correct only, then hello.
Yeah, Pujari, it's about to terminate now the meeting, so you can rejoin. Madhu, you can cut and rejoin.
Sir, meeting gonna ends in within 1 minute.